I don't know whether to hope for a boy or a girl. I just hope that they're not stuck in a T-pose when they're born. Neighborhood stories, you've crossed a line. Crossed a line with this one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Avatar Legacy Challenge. This is a challenge in The Sims 4 where you can play between 4 and 13 generations, all in the same family, and each generation is themed after one of the elements: water, earth, fire, and air, and has a set list of requirements that I have to complete before I can move on to the next element in that cycle. There's a whole lot of fun rules and requirements to this challenge, so as always, I am leaving a link to that in the description below. I am still sharing new episodes every single Saturday, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe to stay tuned to see the next time I upload a new episode in this series. Last episode, a lot happened, and I mean a lot. We somehow just skyrocketed to the top of our career. Kali and Kiyoshi are also now expecting, who is probably the next heir in this Avatar challenge. So that would be the Earth generation. So currently where we're at on the water generation, we live by the water. We have Max the Entertainer career in the comedy branch as of last episode. And we are playing with the Simple Living Lot Challenge. That means we still need to complete our aspiration, which we're working on, max the comedy skill, as well as 3 other skills. And we need to have at least 2 kids, which we're already kind of starting on at this point. But I think that honestly means we're about halfway through the challenge right now, which is honestly just wild to me. I feel like I just got started on this, but you know, time flies when you're having fun and making questionable life choices. So with that, let's go ahead and get this thing started and hop back into the game and see where we left off. Even in The Sims, I have the equivalent, I have the opposite of a green thumb, so I don't know how this thing still isn't growing, but it ain't. Oh, and look at them just being adorable. I guess part of the good news in maxing the career is we really don't need to keep anything up at this point. So that means we get to focus a little bit more on Kiyoshi. Oh, he still has these. Okay, we still have these errands that we want to get taken care of. And since it's raining right now, Kali is just going to be reading about gardening, hopefully up here in this cute little nook. Heck yeah. So now she gets to take advantage of this cute little reading area. Meanwhile, Kiyoshi is going to bed because he is honestly exhausted and he deserves it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. What a unfortunate start to this episode. So Joaquin has died. Neighborhood stories, you've crossed a line. Crossed a line with this one. Okay. He got too close to a cow plant. Not ours, fortunately. But still. That's so sad. That sucks. Kali is gonna be devastated. That's not the start I was expecting for this episode. The fact remains that Sims knows how to keep up the drama. Kali is at risk of losing her close-knit lifestyle. Unless she wants that to happen, she'd better start trying to build it back up. But for the close-knit lifestyle, that wasn't really one that I think we were going for. Outdoorsy, that's a good one. And that matches up really well with the fact that she's the freelance botanist, she likes nature, she likes gardening, so I do like that one. I think I'm gonna keep trying to get that one. But, ooh, and workaholic. Probably not so much that, especially now that we've been promoted to the top of the career. But I'll be interested to see if she unlocks any other lifestyles. Same with Kiyoshi. Kiyoshi doesn't have work for another 2 days, so he is cooking up some breakfast. He's gonna get to doing some little chores around the house. Holly has work in about 7 hours, so she's just getting started on taking care of the garden. Ooh, okay. We just got cow plant checked off, which means, oh boy. I honestly don't know if I want to keep a dangerous man-eating cow plant around, especially with a baby on the way and it's right next to our little chickens who just aged up. Mouse is a full-grown adult. We'll see how it goes. Again, I am terrible when it comes to gardening. Chances are the problem's gonna take care of itself. Holly's enjoying her fresh fruit salad that Kiyoshi made, and automatically her mood is just back in the green. Kiyoshi's painting his landscape portrait, and then we're gonna have him give some little treats to Mouse and Cricket over here. And it looks like Kaori, who was our high school girlfriend, Kiyoshi's high school girlfriend, she's given him a call to see if what he thinks about her getting to know Gunther. Gunther? Not sure, but yeah, go for it. I think Kiyoshi would encourage her to just get to know new people, you know, just considering how well it worked out for him with Collie. They're gonna go on a jog. We have lots of stuff to sell. All right, that is a good haul. I think overall we're in a really good place, especially considering that we're gonna have a baby in less than 2 days, really. So really all we need to do is work on that gardening skill. Oh, I see a little runaway chick over here. Where are you going, buddy? Out on a little adventure. Cricket is fine, clean, full. Okay, all right. So I don't think we're really at risk of him running off. I think he's just having some fun. Cricket is now a fully grown rooster. We also have the Festival of Snow in Mount Komorebi. Okay, well, speaking of that, Kiyoshi's dad has given him a call. When are you gonna come visit? I put all my love and effort into raising you. You can at least drop by once in a while and tell your old dad you love him, can't you? See, what's interesting is I can't actually go visit him. I could visit tomorrow, he can come over, or we can just kind of ghost him. Last episode, we did go over to the house and Kiyoshi had a conversation with his mother that really just didn't go well. She seemed really frustrated and not very receptive to really talking or listening to Kiyoshi. But again, I do think that Kiyoshi really does value family, and especially now as he's expanding his family, I think he would want to share that with his dad. So let's invite him over. And Yuki's inviting us to hang out at the ruins again. Hey Aunt, got work in a few, also heavily preggers. I do want to get to know Yuki a bit better though, so I think maybe we'll invite her over, maybe a little bit later. Collie's just trying to calm down a little bit. She's a bit tense from losing her close-knit lifestyle for some reason. So she's trying to de-stress a little bit before going into work. Meanwhile, Kiyoshi is teaching Shinji to fetch upstairs in the landing for some reason. It's his dad. I thought he was coming over. Okay, so his dad is here, and his dad is a rising star. Help fix bad relationship. Bad relationship with a ghost. You know, you gotta make peace. Life is short. That man's is over. You should probably start moving on there. But you know what? His dad is here. We're gonna show off. Look, Dad, we finally got a dog. And he'll talk to the ghost the next time he sees them, apparently. All right, that's awesome. But I think Kiyoshi is he's really gonna try. He's gonna ask his dad about his day, how have things been going. And then he's sharing a secret, letting him know that he's expecting a baby, so that's exciting. And he's gonna ask his dad to pursue his dream career. Okay, so maybe his dad's not fully open to the conversation. Prefer to talk about something else. But it seems like maybe Kiyoshi's family is just not as open as he is to talking about problems and feelings and following your dreams. But maybe with distance comes understanding, because through this conversation, they've actually become good friends, which they weren't previously. Aw, and that's adorable. Kiyoshi has a sentiment about his dad. So Kiyoshi just wants the best for him. He thinks is wonderful. But his dad was a bit passive as a parent. He's mean, family-oriented, materialistic. That's an interesting combination. Oh, and his dad had a negative moodlet about Kiyoshi for some reason. So I'm not really sure what his call and kind of need for coming over was. I think the fact that he is family oriented while being mean and a little bit passive as a parent is just an interesting combination. But through all of this, Kiyoshi's thinking about his sister. Oh no, I see that cow plant. I'll feed it. I just don't think Kiyoshi wants a situation where some poor, unsuspecting stranger can come across our cow plant and, you know, fall victim. I love this. I love him. His little picture of A Renaissance dog and cat. We're framing that. We're keeping that. We're not selling that one. Awesome. Collie had a great day at work. Oh, not that her appearance would suggest that. Kiyoshi's being the most adorable little house husband over here, little house boyfriend, making some mac and cheese, because mac and cheese is delicious. And Kiyoshi likes cooking. Heck yeah. So not only is he an adorable art lover, he likes cooking and making us our craving foods and mac and cheese. Collie is feeling very tense from this close-knit lifestyle thing. I didn't realize it was something that would get to her that much. The food is making her feel better, but still very, very tense. So we're gonna have her try to calm down. Shinji is just a barky boy. Try to tire him out a little bit, little roughhouse. The Sims is so interesting because all three of these chairs are the exact same color, but due to whatever lighting is happening in this room, we have 3 different color chairs here. So that's A+ lighting. It's the first day of winter. Kiyoshi is up bright and early. We're gonna have him take care of the chickens. And it looks like our crops are once again out of season. So we're gonna go ahead and rotate those inside, take our best ones. And then I'm honestly going to move our little cow plant friend. Gonna be our guard cow plant. So he's gonna protect the house from now on. Plant successfully moved. I also took out a couple of the windows just for some general privacy and to add a few more lights and fun decor in here. Added some curtains. Now I think it looks really, really cute. Yoshi's just out here taking care of the chickens now. He's gonna give a chicken nugget of advice. And we'll see. We have some eggs. All right, we got 1 hatchable egg. And we got a regular egg. So let's add the hatchable egg in here. And we'll have another little chicken coming soon. That's awesome. And now we have a regular egg that we can now cook with. So we don't have to go to the grocery store. Okay, interesting. Megumi is asking her son's opinion on whether or not they should try for another baby. Again, it's interesting because as Kiyoshi is finally expanding his family, it kind of feels like just she's grasping for control in some ways. I mean, she's gonna do it regardless of what he says, but Kiyoshi's gonna try to be supportive, even if he does have his reservations about it. I think Kiyoshi just has a kind of a complicated relationship with his parents, and I mean, who doesn't? And Collie is still, she's really mourning about the loss of Joaquin. I mean, oh! Yeah, she's not happy about it. I think she's ready to fight the game. She's ready to fight the neighborhood and whoever keeps making these decisions and making her friends die. She's having it out. We can now take family leave though, so that's cool. But it looks like we're firmly in the 3rd trimester and giving birth in question mark? And I just looked and Collie doesn't have work for another 3 days, so family leave or not, it's all good timing in the end. Meanwhile, Kiyoshi has reached the cap for a daily lifestyle, probably the outdoorsy one, considering he keeps going out jogging, which is honestly not a bad thing. Megumi's asking Kiyoshi to go with her to the flea market. You know, not the best timing after a jog, so he's a bit stinky right now. But I think we'll go. I really do feel like Kiyoshi wants his girlfriend and his mom to get along. Especially considering, again, we are giving birth in time frame. So we are going to use this as an opportunity to try to make that introduction of, oh yeah, Polly and Megumi already kind of met / know each other. In a way, Ooh, this is awkward. But I think Kiyoshi's gonna try. Honestly, Collie's just happy to be here. Kiyoshi probably need to head off to the bathroom really quickly. But so far, no awkward fangirling. So far, so good. And I'm gonna have Kiyoshi do the good old-fashioned wash your hands, brush your teeth a few times. See if that can take care of his little hygiene situation. And then we'll get some food. And there's just a lot of famous people out right now. Not only are we out with Megumi, I think I saw Kiyoshi's dad here as well. We have Brittany Cho, who Collie is not very impressed by. I honestly find it so funny that they met at the Spice Festival, but neither of them can handle spicy food. And it's honestly not the best time for a flea market, considering the weather. Let's see if we can find anything. We'll get a crystal. Let's get an emerald, as the next generation is Earth. So, crystal, green, emerald, it works. Kiyoshi's father gave us an update. He's working on his relationship with that ghost, so good for him. You know, you gotta know when to let things go. And usually that's around the time when a person dies. So, and even though they're having a good time at the little flea market, Collie's still feeling pretty torn up about losing Joaquin. Can't really blame her. He was one of her first friends here, and he talked her through a lot of stuff. And it's really because of Joaquin that she was really able to cut those ties with her family and ultimately make it to her current situation, both in her career as well as just in her relationship with Kiyoshi. There's always going to be a part of Collie that still misses Joaquin. Oh, okay. As I was going on trying to make this positive, Collie comes out of this with a new quirk, the emotion bomb. This one's a bit scary because it can unexpectedly kill your Sims if you're not careful. Collie's finding it difficult to process her negative emotions. I mean, if the crying in the bed couldn't tell you that. So feelings of anger or sadness quickly become overwhelming and always result in an overdramatic emotional meltdown. Oof, okay. So we gotta keep an eye on that. We're gonna call the sadness hotline. So that does seem to be helping so far. So now we're down to 5 hours. Nanami is saying that she heard her brother became friends with their dad and he's getting popular apparently. It's probably a bit of sibling teasing, but it makes me want to have Nanami over a little bit. Because he may be estranged with his parents somewhat, but I usually find that means that siblings tend to be a little bit closer. That's at least been my experience anyway. Yeah, Collie's not having the best time. We'll have her hug it out with Shinji, and her sadness is already gone. Amazing. Does want to buy a thermostat. Valid. I think especially with a baby on the way, thermostat, pretty important. You need to make sure that the house is properly... I love him. Every painting he does is animals. Like, how do they know? This one's another winner. This one, 100% solid. Love it. Sailor Moon meets Lady and the Tramp vibes. Somehow. Let's make a copy. We'll sell one, we'll keep the other. This is gonna become a gallery wall here soon. And officially, we have lost the close-knit lifestyle. Hopefully that is one less thing to keep us up at night. It's snowing outside. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. It never snows where I'm at, so I'm always just blown away by how pretty it is. But of course, I know I would be really uncomfortable being in the snow because of the cold and the wet. But it's pretty to look at. Oh, okay. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. But Collie is in labor. We have bills, and we're in labor. Okay. Gotta be sensible first. Let's pay our bills before we give birth. We're gonna have the baby at the hospital. And for some reason, I can't invite Kiyoshi. Oh, he's at work. Oh, perfect timing, Kiyoshi. Your boy literally just ran. He's like, okay, take care of that. I'm gonna go to work. I'll be back soon. Nah, we ain't having that. He's leaving work to be with us at the hospital. You are going to leave early. You are going to come here, and we are going to check in at the front desk here. Or not. I can't bring Kiyoshi here for some reason. Oh, game. Game. So we're just gonna say the winter weather made it impossible for Kiyoshi to come from work and make it to the hospital on time. Because from everything that we've seen from Kiyoshi so far, he would want to be here. So we'll have to blame the elements in this instance. The collie has learned that the doctor is a doctor. The doctor is actually just a medical intern. So that's worrisome. We also have the T-posing glitch happening. I don't know whether to hope for a boy or a girl. I just hope that they're not stuck in a T-pose when they're born. It's a girl! Okay, so Earth-based names. One of the names I was looking at was Sari. It's an indigenous name that means desert. And it's also really cute because it ends with an I, and both Kali and Kiyoshi's names end with an I. So I think with that... Okay. We got twins. Oh, now we have even less space in the house. Okay, so in that case, I think I'm going to go with the name, we'll go with Haruki, partially because it has Haru in it, and I already know Haru is a character in Avatar, but I love the name Haru. Haruki ends with an I as well, and it also means like spring or flowers, and I'm really hoping that this doesn't turn into triplets. Okay, just two, but still twins. That's one more than I was expecting, but there we have it. We have Sari and Haruki, or Haru for short. I could tell already Sari is going to be a little bit more fussy, whereas Haruki is just kind of vibing. He's just kind of chilling over here. I think he's going to be the calmer, the calmer of the two. But oh my gosh, we have twins. And one of them will be the main character in the next generation for Earth. All right, your girl is out in the snow in her medical gown. We're just gonna quickly change into something that makes a little bit more sense. I'm gonna have the two of them take family leave because twins is no joke. Now we have two whole babies and we have to figure out how to fit them in this space. We're gonna do some quick little Tetris. Yeah, I think what makes the most sense is to build off from here, which is a little sad because we do lose the skylight to the greenhouse, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. We gotta make room for the bibbies. And we obviously have to go for the cloud light, because not only is it super bright, but it is super cute. And I think that'll do it for now. This corner is lacking a little bit, but I don't want to get too carried away, since I think we're going to add more when they become actual toddlers. And now they are taking care of the little babies. Carrie has a crush on Raul Chopra. Yeah. You know what? Kiyoshi's going to encourage that. Kiyoshi just wants nothing but happiness for all of the people in his life. But here we go. We have our two little twins. I honestly think it's pretty perfect because we have Haru over here who's in the green with the yellow. And then we have Sari over here who's in the yellow in the green bassinet. So the game knew, it understood. And we have them now in theme. Oh, look at the two of them. They're still so much in love. Not that I really expect otherwise, but it's cute. It's nice to see. And so far, not a peep out of Haru. I know I'm gonna jinx it by saying that, but that's okay. I feel like even though they are just babies, we're starting to see their personalities a little bit. And honestly, it gives opportunity for us to get a little bit of bonding in here. Oops. Okay, I'm out here painting from reference, and our cow plant has sadly, so sadly, passed away. Makes for a really cool painting though. And there's Kiyoshi thinking about his sister again. So I think we're going to invite her over. And I think we'll give her a nice little makeover. You know what, Yuki? No, but you could come over too. Okay, little awkward. Kaori has asked Kiyoshi out on a date. This is after she just asked him about dating someone else, and obviously Kiyoshi just had a kid, so no thanks. We'll have to deal with that later, I think. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and edit Kiyoshi's family. Well, Nanami specifically. I feel like we're going to see her more so than the parents. How fun. She's a gloomy kleptomaniac who is also, she wants to be a painter. So I'm keeping a similar look. She's a little short right now because she is a preteen. Gonna give her some little braces. I think that is adorable. Okay, so there we go. We have Nanami. I'm imagining her as a little, like, edgy goth kid. I have her just in black on a few different outfits. But yeah, so there is Nanami. I'm gonna do Yuki too, just because I am gonna commit myself to, we're gonna hang out with Yuki. And the way we're gonna do that, we're gonna make sure she has a nice CC makeover. I didn't even change her facial structure. She's just freaking adorable. I think my alt fashion bias is showing, but here we go with Yuki. I just made her everyday and her cold weather, since that's where we're at right now in the calendar year. Now become friends. You become friends by showing animals. You become friends by complimenting the new outfits. And then you're gonna ask about this stressed mood. Meanwhile, Kiyoshi is having a good chat with his sister. Again, become friends. He can enthuse about painting, brighten day. Give her a compliment. And it looks like Nanami found her way up to the babies. Not that she's really helping out too much, but I think she has a soft spot for her little niece and nephew. But there we have it. We have essentially gone from a family of 2 plus a dog plus some chickens to a family of 4 plus a dog plus some chickens. That's where I'm going to end it for today's episode. I think we've made a lot of progress. We obviously now have 2 new babies in the family, and one of them is likely going to be the heir to the next generation, because I don't know if I can commit to more babies and more toddlers after twins. I feel like there's still a lot going on in the background with Kiyoshi's family. They obviously have an interesting dynamic, and now we're interacting a lot more with his younger sister Nanami, who is a preteen. I think we're going to see her around a lot more, especially as our 2 little babies are growing up. So let me know what you think of her makeover, Yuki's makeover. Should I make over anyone else? Are you also upset at the fact that Joaquin died out of nowhere after everything that's happened? Because I know I am. But overall, I'm really happy with where everything is going, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of the next time I upload a new video, which again is going to be every Saturday. I really hope you're enjoying yourselves so far. I know I am. So with that, I will see you all next week. Bye.